Mr. Bailey, young professionals have been hit hard by the pandemic. Opportunities have become scarce and entry roles require more and more experience. What advice would you give young professionals who are currently out of work, lacking a direction, or feel as though they are not making a mark within their current career?
I would say first and foremost, your analysis is 100% correct. Even in what we would consider normal times, I think sometimes getting recruited, the way recruitment's done in this country seems to be becoming more and more narrow, which is something I fight back against quite hard in the position I'm in. Constantly saying to companies, you need to search in a different pool because you will continue to find people like yourself, and your business doesn't need that. Your business needs variety for a number of reasons. That's my first thing. The second thing I would say is this: when you are, imagine yourself in an interview process, ask yourself what the interviewer wants. What does that organization want? And to me, it's, I would argue it's not experience. If it's experience, they shouldn't and wouldn't be talking to younger people. What they want is the correct attitude. What they want is people who understand their business, have something to offer to that business, and are excited about it, who want to build things. I have a few friends who are in banking, and one who does recruitment in particular for EY. And he said to me, what always inspires him is when a young person comes not to make money, but to make an impact. He's, EY is about making money and they'll take care of that. But he's like, when a young person talks to us about our mission, when a young person talks to us about our social responsibility, that kind of thing excites him. He also says as well that being more rounded is an advantage. So I know when I've recruited people in the past, I'm not interested really in your qualifications. Your qualifications got you through the sift. I read your qualifications on a piece of paper. What I'm really checking for is your attitude, your aptitude, and just your level of enthusiasm. I remember, wasn't it Churchill who said, an attitude is a small thing that makes a big difference? If you can impress upon someone what your attitude is and how you intend to be in that business, your entrepreneurial, I think that is the most important piece. And recently I did some work, well, I say recently, some years ago now, I did some work with advertising agencies seeking young people. And what they really, really liked was the activities that those younger people had been up to outside of looking for a job. So eventually, the two sort of most prized positions went to one girl who had built a portfolio of her activities, very active on social media, and had sort of over the years collected that stuff up and sort of presented a nice package. The point is, she was able to show her creativity over a period of time, and in that arena that was very important. When I speak to people in the insurance world, I seen a young man get recruited because he understood where the new markets for insurance for this particular company were coming from, and he was talking about exciting opportunities. And the person recruiting that young person actually admitted to me afterwards that young person knew more about the future of the company than he did, because he was just focused on how they make money this week, and that young person was talking about how they make money into the next 10 to 15 years. And he said he'd never been so impressed in his life. And he said to me that young person had basically gotten the job 15 minutes after arriving, because the process was of the young person saying, well, why do you do that, and how comes you haven't considered this? And he said to me, basically, we need that person in our business. And if you can get to that level, you can circumvent the fact that it is very tough now, and the fact that there is so many good people looking for each role.
I'd say stay motivated, take your time and observe your current options. The situation just now is difficult. It's a difficult time to start out in any field. Many of us find ourselves with more free time as we've had before. I'd recommend using this time to pursue voluntary experiences or certifications to boost your CV and open the doors to new opportunities. Spiela are currently looking for volunteers in various professions to learn and grow with our company. If you would like the chance to join our team, just reach out. We'd be happy to talk.
Thank you
So
for that. And
the
that's
other thing I would
Yeah,
sort of add to that as well is about your personal mental health in it all. Try to figure out what will make you feel resilient when you're continually getting turned down. The one thing that politics has in it is an awful lot of rejection in politics, mate. I tell you that. And you have to figure out a way of keeping going. I have a friend who's an actor, which again, an industry full of rejection. And he and I have had extensive conversations about how do we pick each other up after a real disappointment. I remember once not being selected for a seat in Upminster, and I didn't realize just how hard hard a knock that was for me until I'd gone back to him and had our conversation, because I had said to him beforehand, win, lose or draw, I will come back and we will analyze how I did so well or how I didn't do so well. And that process for me gives me closure on any particular thing. So I'm not carrying the mental health weight of being crushed every time. And being around like-minded, positive people is crucial. If you hang around with people who make all of your problems somebody else's fault, then progressing becomes very hard.